Hello, my name is Shawn. Welcome to my channel. In this video, what I want to do is I want to talk about the pros and cons of corrugated versus PVC pipe. And we're talking about the application of catching gutter downspouts and draining gutter water across the yard. So I want to talk about it, but I also want to show you. So what I'm going to do here in this video, I have got tons of video clips from about almost 10 years of doing drainage work. And then at the end of this video, I'm going to show you how corrugated pipe is the only thing in the known universe to defy the second law of thermodynamics. And you may have already seen another YouTuber demonstrate this, but we're going to revisit it. So with that, let's get started. This is a big 6-inch corrugated. It looks like it's been mowed over a few times, but look at that mosquito habitat. See all, I don't know if you can see all those mosquito larvae in there. The first way that corrugated beats out PVC is that it holds water and it creates aquatic habitat. So let's take a look at a couple species here. But they're all in there. Sometimes if you tap it, they'll move around. You see all those mosquito larvae? Oh yeah. We're gonna mess with their habitat.
That just sounds like a...
This little bullfrog just came out of the corrugated. I think he was living in there. So I don't think I hurt him, but usually these things are pretty feisty. We'll see how he does. Oh, there he goes.
I do. That's the sound of corrugated.
Hang on. Don't put it in our work area.
No.
Right, that side?
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah, go a little further away so it goes away from us. But this is a testament to corrugated.
You ready?
You ready?
Ready.
Yep.
Go ahead. Oh yeah.
Yeah, baby.
Full of mosquitoes. We just killed this habitat.
Hello.
I want to see if this piece of corrugated that's been laying here is willing to demonstrate my next benefit. You hear that? Let me pull this out of here. All right, let's see if anything comes out of here. My next benefit is for habitat formation. You hear that? Okay. So that pipe has just been laying there in the yard. Doesn't matter if it's got water flowing through it or not, because we see it all the time. But look what we have in here. We have all kinds of acorns that ground squirrels and other rodentia have cached away inside that pipe. And the little corrugations in this pipe work really, really well for rodents caching away their food supply. PVC won't do that. So let me show you some footage of PVC. This is an outfall from a customer who was very concerned about having nuts being packed in the pipes because there were a ton of squirrels in the yard and all that. And I assured him that the PVC was smooth and white inside, so the squirrels don't go for the bright light lit up inside of the pipe. And he sent me this footage saying that they weren't packing nuts in it. Just take a look inside this PVC pipe. It's bright white in there. It's lit up. It's super smooth. And there's just no habitat in there for rodents to get in there. They may try to crawl in there, but there's no corrugations. And then anytime they get in there, the water just blows them out. 3 gutters, I think, on this side. What I have here is a corrugated with one of these little push connectors, and the roots just grow right into it. They grow right inside these connectors. So look at that. It's not sealed. So the roots just get right in there. Look at that, it just grows right in there. All the water held in this pipe is also available for plant roots, and so they just go right through these click together couplings and go right in there and get that water. There's another good image of how the roots get into this corrugated. Look at that. It's just that whole huge roots in there. Look at that. So look at that. So that's another benefit of corrugated, is you're feeding the plants with all that held water. So definitely good stuff. Unlike corrugated pipe, white PVC pipe and its smooth interior wall does not hold water and it does not hold debris. So neither one of those resources are available for plants and animals that may be living nearby. So take a look at what's going on with this clip. So that pipe just blows out debris, as you well know. And so I have no problem cleaning out the gutters and letting it run right in the pipe. Oh, nice. Look at all that shingle dust that's coming through there too. See that shingle dust? So this is the stuff that gets caught in corrugated pipes. And look at that, it just blows it right out of there. So the ridges of my fingers are simulating corrugated pipe, and that's all shingle dust coming through there that's getting blown out. Look at all that. Anyway, so that's all just shingle dust. It just blew out of there. That's why you use PVC pipe. In case you're wondering what shingle dust is, here is a pretty good depiction of it. Basically, asphalt shingles will shed little granules over time, and this basically runs down the roof, gets in the gutters, and then ends up in the drainage pipes. And PVC will push it out, but corrugated pipe will catch it and collect it. You can see it right there in this drone shot. And that leads me into my next benefit of corrugated pipe, especially for the contractor installing it, is that corrugated pipe lends itself to lengthy and never-ending service and maintenance agreements where the contractor has to come by periodically and clean out the system. PVC is self-cleaning and corrugated is not self-cleaning. Looks like we've had a little bit of debris that's flown through here, and that's a good testament that these pipes, these smooth Schedule 40 pipes blow out debris. So this is all debris that came out of here just today with the rainfall. So that's why we use this stuff, is because it blows debris out. Now take a look at that outfall there. So this is all water that was landing up at the house there with nowhere to go, and it was finding that low point. Right when you dug it out, that was right there?
Yep, this was right here. Then you can see it is completely caved in and full of mud.
Yeah. Wow. That's why we don't use corrugated.
Wait, watch this. Let's open it up.
All right. You sure that shovel will cut that?
Look at there. Completely
Go ahead.
encased in mud or dirt at this moment. There's a reason we're replacing these systems.
Yep. Wow. Look at that. So if we need extra dirt, we can just harvest it from inside the pipe.
That is correct.
I was gonna dig it out, but I didn't want to hit the gas.
Look at that.
Full?
You tell me. So anything that gets into my white pipe will get washed out.
Too many cheeseburgers.
I know, right? The homeowner just mentioned this pipe has eaten too many cheeseburgers, and that's what happens to this pipe. Just like an arteriosclerotic artery, it just clogs up over time, slowly. A customer sent me this impressive clip, and once the corrugated pipe fully clogs up, the water just erupts right here in the landscaped bed. And so we've got this nice landscape bed right up against the foundation, and these plants are getting watered for free. Hey, this is Shawn. I am at this house doing a quick assessment, and it's in the middle of the pouring rain. And I wanted to show you really quickly, this drainage pipe is the old corrugated style, which doesn't flow very well. And I wanted to show you what's going on right here is it's just gushing out of the back of this thing. So that's the benefit of flat corrugated pipe, is it clogs up, it gets crushed, it doesn't flow, and then the water ends up going backwards. So look at what's happening here. And it just started raining, and look at that. Look at how that's flowing backwards. So that pipe is watering thirsty plants for free. Compare that with smooth white PVC. This is schedule 40. And this pipe lets the water flow, and it does not hold the water at all. So water is unavailable to plants if you go with PVC. See all this debris that's coming out of here too? Look at that. That is roofing, that's shingle dust right there. So this shingle dust, we already talked about this in my other video. This is what clogs up and gets filled up in the ribs of the corrugated. So look at how this is just flowing through here like that. That's awesome. Talk about a good photo op, huh? So as I was saying, that is all water that was landing right up against the house here. But now it can't water the shrubs. So the fact that we've got all this water coming across here, and this is only 2 gutters. So look at all that water coming off of there. That's all water that's no longer available to water the shrubs, like when the corrugated pipe was in there. Corrugated pipe does such a great job at holding debris and holding water that the plant roots finally grow into it until it just completely clogs up. And so once the corrugated gets to that point, that is going to lead us into our next benefit of corrugated pipes. Another really handy feature of this black corrugated pipe is that it's really, really easy to replace it. The trencher doesn't even care, it just blows right through it. You don't have to locate it, you don't have to dig it up. You can just reform your new trench right through the old corrugated pipe, and it doesn't matter. So it's easy to replace. You do have to clean it up afterwards, and I'll talk about that as a benefit here coming up. Here's another clip, same thing. We were just trenching across the yard, and we just happened to hit some corrugated, and it didn't matter at all because the trencher goes right through it. And you can see here, this is another benefit of corrugated. So that puppy dog right there, there's no way he could get his mouth on a 4-inch PVC pipe, and yet he was able to grab that and go play with it. When you use corrugated, you always want to be in that sweet spot where it is still barely flowing and it's creating lots of habitat, holding lots of water, but before it's fully clogged up and packed up. And so once that happens, the corrugated's easy to replace. And that's one of the benefits of it. Another really handy benefit of corrugated pipe is it packs down really well and to fit in your dumpster. So take a look, all this pipe right here from there all the way to there fit in that one little bag. And see, look at how well it crushes down and packs. So you can pack a whole lot of pipe in your dumpster with this corrugated. Look at that. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that I love corrugated pipe. But I have a chance here to show you one of the benefits of corrugated pipe. I'm always talking about the drawbacks of it. But let me show you one of the benefits of corrugated pipe. It's much easier to clean up than PVC. So let me show you. All right, look at that. Now you can easily stack these things right on top of each other and they don't take up as much room in the dumpster. So that's the benefit of corrugated pipe. It's easy to clean up. That's one of the main benefits of this stuff, is it doesn't take up a lot of room in your dumpster, or in this case, in my trash bag. Compare that with PVC. PVC is difficult to remove. You can't just leave it in the ground. You can't trench through it, that kind of thing. But in all fairness, PVC never needs to be replaced, so it keeps working. Another benefit of corrugated pipe is you can cut it with almost any tool you have available. So look at how far away my Sawzall is. My Sawzall is all the way in the truck right there. So do I want to walk all that way when I've got a shovel right here? No. So one of the benefits of corrugated is you can cut it with almost anything. So look at that. Saved me a trip all the way to the truck to get a Sawzall, which I didn't need.
So we're going to show you all what we do with this good pipe right here.
All right.
We're going to be as gentle as we can. Take it out.
Yeah. Look at that. And this is a perforated pipe, so it has holes in it. And they're sending that gutter water into a perforated pipe along the foundation. It's like the worst thing you could ever do.
Yes.
And there's another one right there. Unlike corrugated pipe, if you choose to use PVC, you will need some specialty tools, as Ronald is demonstrating here using a Sawzall. These are expensive tools to cut this pipe. That might be your most custom one yet.
I think so.
Thing of beauty, my friend.
It is, isn't it?
Thing of beauty.
I like that.
All right, we're getting this corrugated pipe out of here. That, I think, is a foundation tile. And so what we're going to do is we exposed it right here, so we'll just tie it into our pipe. And that way, whatever comes through that corrugated can get into our pipe. You got it?
Got her.
You like that stuff, eh?
Oh yes. Especially when I can tear it out of the ground.
There you go. We remove so much corrugated that we can definitely add this to the list of benefits of it, especially if you are a DIYer, because you can cut this stuff with almost anything. Corrugated is easy to cut. Another prominent YouTuber demonstrated how you can cut it with scissors. He used some scissors from his kid's elementary school to cut it. And you don't need any specialty tools.
Thing of water coming through there.
Another really nice benefit of corrugated pipe is apparent when you go to install it. So what happened here with this previous installation is their trench was too deep, and once they came to the curb here, the curb was higher than their trench. And so if you watch me as I'm pulling this old corrugated out, you'll see that it's just angling upward. And so that's a really nice feature of corrugated, is if you run out of fall, or if you have an obstruction or a rock or something, this corrugated pipe will just bend and go right over top of it. So take a look at this pipe and what it looks like when I pull it out. This is an even more striking example of corrugated's fantastic ability to bend upward when needed. This is a job that I quoted, and I did not get the job. You recognize that is not my work. And the person who did get the job used corrugated, and of course used corrugated's ability to bend up when they ran out of fall here at the parking lot. So perhaps another benefit of corrugated is that you can land more jobs because it's a cheaper, easier product to use. We need to get our PVC pipe in here, and unlike this black corrugated pipe, the PVC can't bend around everything. So we think the best route is going to be if we lift up this vent well thing and maybe go between the gas meter and the wall there, and for a straight shot. So if that thing will pop out of there, we'll just lift it up and put our pipe underneath it. But that's what the plan is. So Ronald's going to work on that.
People figure that out.
Yeah. Ooh, look at that.
What you think?
Yeah. So we're gonna get that water. We got our stub out right there, if you can see that. Get some new gutters on here and get that water delivered all the way to the driveway, all the way to the concrete. All right.
Don't go too far, boss. I need you to join it in.
All right. If you choose to use PVC for your drainage applications, it is definitely more difficult to install it. As in the previous example, if you come up with an obstruction or the level of the parking lot that you can't change, the PVC won't just bend up and accommodate that. You've actually got to get the fall right if you use PVC. So if you use corrugated, it will bend easily. It bends over rocks. It goes up and over things that are there. You don't have to worry about it. If you have a parking lot or a curb, it just bends right up and accommodates. I have been demonstrating throughout this video that PVC is better for connecting to downspouts and using it for yard drainage, but I also want to demonstrate that PVC is a fantastic choice for doing French drains. So take a look at this incredible footage of a French drain that we did, a high capacity French drain. Here's our French drain. So I want to pop this clean out and see if there's any water going through it. Whoa, look at that. All right, so here we go. Look at the landscape you've got here. You don't really see a lot of water gushing into this French drain, but look at what's going on in here. You ready? So what we're doing with this French drain is we're giving all this non-point water a place to depart, a place to get out of this area. And that's where it goes. how much water is coming through there. And that's all that is coming into those perforated pipes right there. So what do y'all think? That's really cool. That's how a French drain works. It collects non-point surface and subsurface water and gives it a place to get out of here. Let's talk about another YouTuber who is always praising corrugated over PVC. The one thing that strikes me is, if let's say you're riding a bike down a steep slope, a steep road, and you're not allowed to pedal, so you can't input any more energy into the system. The first road you have is smooth, it's just been paved, you just fly rolling right down this hill. The second hill you have, the second road, it's just imagine as many speed bumps as you could possibly get. Just one after another after another. And you're going to coast down this hill and try to go over all these speed bumps. It just doesn't make any sense to me. And I told you I would tell you all how this other YouTuber claims that corrugated defies the second law of thermodynamics. Well, the second law says that everything leaks. You can't convert energy from one form to another without losing some of it as a less useful form of energy. And that other YouTuber is saying that every time the water flows over a corrugation up and down, it creates turbulence. And that just can't be. You can't create more energy from a set amount of energy in a system, which is water flowing downhill. Now, this particular video that I'm speaking of, he overcomes that by blasting it with a garden hose. And of course, there's a ton of energy coming from the local water tower or his well pump that is creating that turbulence. But in real world applications, that does not happen. So unfortunately, no, corrugated pipe does not defy the second law of thermodynamics as stated in that other video. The other thing that other YouTuber was mentioning is that the PVC pipe is too heavy and it like sinks down in the trench and forms bellies. This doesn't really make any sense to me either, because who cares how heavy the pipe is, a corrugated pipe versus a PVC pipe. Once you throw tens and 20 and hundreds of pounds of dirt over top of it, it doesn't matter how heavy the pipe itself was. So anyway, I'll leave that at that and let you all decide which one you want to use for your drainage project, PVC or corrugated. Let me know in the comments. All right, I'll see you on the next one. I hope you all will make the right choice with pipe with your next drainage project. And if you like the video, make sure to check out some of my other videos on drainage stuff. With that, I will see you all in the next one. Take care.